Greetings, Cosmos, and welcome to Final Fantasy VI. I know it says 3, this is from the Super Nintendo release. Back when half the Final Fantasies hadn't released outside Japan. I'm playing this version. Uh, I'll be playing the Final Fantasy VI Advanced version in parallel on my own time, so I can show off differences like the new Espers and the bonus dungeon. As for why I'm playing this version, I don't know. It's buggy as all get out. It's the one I remember from when I was a kid. I'm not going to be showing off a ton. Long ago, the War of the Magi reduced the world to a scorched wasteland, and magic simply ceased to exist. "1,000 years have passed. Iron, gunpowder, and steam engines have been rediscovered, and high technology reigns. But there are some who would enslave the world by reviving the dread destructive force known as magic. Can it be that those in power are on the verge of repeating a senseless and deadly mistake? There's the town. Hard to believe an Esper has been found intact there 1,000 years after the War of the Magi. Think it's still alive? Probably, judging from the urgency of our orders. And this woman, this sorcerer, why's she here? I heard she fried 50 of our Magitech armored soldiers in under 3 minutes. Not to worry, the slave crown on her head robs her of all conscious thought. She'll follow orders. We'll approach from the east. Move out. This is my first Final Fantasy game. And what an introduction this is. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm not going to be showing off all the bugs. I'm going to be making use of one bug, the one where evasion doesn't work and instead is covered by magic evasion. I will demonstrate the Vanish Doom bug on one boss somewhere, I don't know when or where. But I'm not going to be relying on that to get through the game. It got me through the game when I was a kid, up until the final boss was immune to Vanish. Also, due to the way this game works, magic is way more powerful than physical attacks, and it's easy and tempting to make everyone into interchangeable Ultima bots. I will not be doing that. In fact, I might not even get access to Ultima on this file. One of the differences between this and the advanced version that I'm going to be doing is one of the choices I'm going to make near the end. In this one, I'm going to choose to get a certain enchanted sword rather than the Esper that teaches the best spell. If you don't know what this means, don't worry about it, it'll make sense later on. In the Game Boy Advance version, I'm going to be getting the spell. There is another way to learn the spell. I'm probably going to grind to get access to that. That'll probably be the only bit of grinding I do. But I'm not necessarily going to grind to get the spell, because that's going to require at least 100 battles. Translator, Ted Woolsey. I heard he had 30 days to translate this, and a bunch of people higher ups weren't taking it seriously because it's just a toy for kids. Let's put her on point. No sense taking any risks. Forward. Alright, so first off, my config. Battle mode, weight, battle speed. Battle speed only affects the enemies. That's another glitch I'm going to be making use of. Command set short. Yeah, that works. Gauge on off. Cursor memory. Re-equip optimum. Control. Oh, one thing that I loved about this version of the game. You could assign controllers to characters so that you could have a second person play with you during combat. I loved that. It didn't meaningfully change the gameplay any, but it was so nice to, just have, say, a friend who could play with you. Imperial Magitech armor? Not even Narshe is safe anymore. I was a bit overwhelmed by this Magitech menu when I was a kid. I feel like the graphics on the Super Nintendo version are a tad better than the Game Boy Advance version. On the other hand, I like the script. I largely like the script from the Game Boy Advance version better, but there's a few lines here and there that I appreciate from this version. Narshe's freedom depends on us. So the basic Magitech stuff, fire, bolt, ice beam, heal force, basic elemental stuff. And then this nameless girl who doesn't talk and is just a slave has access to all kinds of extra stuff. Like X-Fur, which banishes a target from battle. Oh, it missed. It's an instant death ability. Bioblast, which targets all enemies with a poison attack. We got him trapped now. I would have thought there'd be 4 enemies since there are 4 on the map, but whatever. So if a character gets attacked from behind, they take extra damage. Confuser confuses the targets. Tech Missile is more powerful and non-elemental than the other attacks. Yay, I win. Vix and Whelk. Okay, leveling up. Oh yeah, I can't change the equipment of these two. Status. Can't check their equipment either. Level 4. Anyway, what was I trying to check? Oh yeah! So, these stats, Vigor, Speed, Stamina, Magic Power, are not going to change unless I have a mechanic that's introduced several hours into the game. A lot of games anger me when they do that kind of thing, but I feel like it works better in this game. We must defend the mines, partly because increasing your stats doesn't actually matter all that much in this game. Like, increasing your vigor increases the damage you do with physical attacks, but your level and weapon power have so much more of an effect. It's not even funny. I think the magic power matters the most. According to our source, the frozen Esper was found in a new mine shaft. Maybe this one. Oh hey, random encounter. Oh hey, were-rats. So the thing about were-rats is that they are healed by poison. So I'm just going to use Ice Beam. These beams are pretty much interchangeable. I feel like the mechanic of the Magitech attacks was meant to be used more, considering that they gave us so many options, because like even just having the 3 elemental options seems a tad overkill for this part of the game. An eerie glow surrounds you. Want info about save points? Sure. At save points, you can use a sleeping bag or tent and also save a game. If you should perish, you'll automatically be able to play from your last save. Though any GP, treasure, etc. you found will have to be found again. Your level and EXP data will be retained. You can save a game anywhere on the world map. So I'm just gonna overwrite my old saves. It's no big deal. I'm not going to play those anymore anyway. Like, this game is long enough that introducing the mechanic as far into the game as they do isn't a big deal because it's still fairly early in the game. Like, I think the character's level 10, 15 by that point. I'll handle this. Stand back. We won't hand over the Esper. Whelk, get them! Hold it. Think back to our briefing. What about it? Do you recall hearing about a monster that eats lightning? And stores the energy in its shell! Right, so what do we do? Don't attack the shell. Alright already. So this is the boss that is introduced in every, in Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6, and 7, where it's meant to introduce you to a bit of the complexities of the, of the ATB system. Groo! Where the boss goes hiding in its shell and you have to wait a bit for it to come back out, and wow, I have a lot more health than I realized. Yeah, I'm just gonna heal until it comes out of its shell. If I attack it, it's going to counterattack with... Oh, wow. Question marks there, doesn't have much HP compared with the rest. If you defeat the shell, you can get an MP restoring item. It has 50,000 HP. I am not going to do that. If you defeat the head, it gives you what's basically a high potion. Except they weren't called that at this time, probably due to character limitations. Oh, and look, the boss is defeated. Yeah, I win. So yeah, high potions are just potions, and potions are tonics. This is the frozen Esper. Try talk. Hey, what's the matter? Do you know something we don't? The frozen creature began emitting an eerie light. Where's that light coming from? Ah! Hey, Wedge, where are you? What's happening? When I first played this, I was a little kid. I didn't understand that those two had just died. I assumed they'd been teleported somewhere else. And so that just fried my Magitech armor. I think Magitech armor is used twice more during the game. Okay, before I talk to him, I'm going to try and escape. Oh yeah, nifty thing about this game. Most of these grandfather clocks hide elixirs. Locked. Okay. Locked. Normally you're supposed to talk to this guy from the left side. What happens if you talk to the right? You just move around. Where am I? Whoa, and I only just removed the crown. Head hurts. Easy, this is a slave crown. The others had complete control over you while you were wearing it. I can't remember a thing. Don't worry, it'll all come back to you. In time, that is. A mysterious young woman controlled by the Empire and born with the gift of magic. I feel like these sprites are a huge step up, like these graphics are a huge step up from Final Fantasy V. My name is Terra. Impressive! I've never heard of anyone recovering this fast. Open up! Give us back the girl and the Empire's Magitech armor. Open the door, we want that girl. She's an officer of the Empire. Empire? Magitech armor? Look, I have to get you out of here. I don't have time to explain. Over here. Make your way out through the mines. I'll keep these brutes occupied. Alright. She's up there. One of the quality of life things I liked about the advanced version was the auto dash function where you can just move at twice this speed for free. In this game you have to use up a relic slot for that. Where rats? Alright, time to use up some magic. Costs 4 MP, fire. When I was a kid playing this game for the first time, I was super stressed out because the only RPGs I played before this were, I think I played Super Mario RPG and Lufia 2, where enemies are pre-existing encounters, and I just couldn't deal with encounters randomly showing up without warning. Oh, gained a level. So the damage calculations in this game involve your level as part of the formula. That second file I had cheated on in order to get multiple copies of Illumina for some reason. It's the best sword in the game, offered a ton of stat boosts and stuff. Wait, crud. I'm not supposed to open that. I saw that and instinctively went to open that. Fortunately, there's an easy remedy to this. Fire. Fire is the remedy to all things. And so we can see how dying and continuing works here too. There we go. So, the treasure chests in this and one other area change throughout the game. Oh hey, look at that blocked door. I can't interact with it. And so they become more powerful items if you wait longer to get them. Jerk, move! Honestly, I keep forgetting to check into what the items are in those treasure chests over time to find out if it's even worth waiting for them. It's just a thing that I do as a matter of course now. And it's not a mechanic that anyone tells you about. Got her! My sweet little magic user. Whee! With this slave crown, I'll practically own you. And so we're supposed to get that that guy there is a villain. Whee! Good. Burn up everything! So yeah, Kefka. Clearly a villain. Apparently Ted Woolsey's translation altered his characterization to make him much more memorable. Apparently people didn't really like him as a villain before that. We stand on the brink of a major breakthrough. In the days to come, we'll witness the total revival of magic. It is our destiny, and ours alone, to take this mystic force and claim what is rightfully ours. With our newfound power, nothing can stand in our way. Hurrah! Long live Emperor Gestalt! Took you long enough. How goes the robbing and plundering trade? Treasure hunter and trail-worn traveler, searching the world over for relics of the past. Let's see. C-K-E. He's a philosopher. I prefer the term treasure hunting. Ha! Semantic nonsense! There's a huge difference! Anyway, were you the one who sent for me? Yeah, there's a girl I'd like you to meet. This better not have anything to do with that Magitech riding Imperial witch! Imperial troops are pursuing her even as we speak. This town is no match for the Empire. Our independence can only be assured if we join forces with the Returners, an underground resistance movement. That girl wasn't responsible for her actions. We must get her to understand our dilemma. A bit of a clunky delivery of exposition there, but it gets the point across. Alright, I think we better help her. Agreed. Make your way first to Figaro and talk to the king. Oh, hey, look at this. Now we gotcha! Wonderful. There's a whole bunch of them. Kupo. Moogles, are you saying you want to help me? Kupo! So this is one of my favorite aspects of this game. Use us to save Terra from the guards. Like, this game has up to 14 playable characters. And in most games where you just have one party all the time, that would not be a good thing. In this game, though, they have this mechanic that they use too infrequently. You'll fight using 3 different groups. Press the Y button to switch between them. Your job is to defeat the commander of the guards before his men reach Terra. Save her, or else. Alright, so I'm going to set you up here. Do you have... Yes. Alright, so I'm going to try... Nope, can't go through there. So, let's see. Equip, can't do that. They all just have fight and item, but I can't check their equipment. So first things first. This one, I can check his equipment, and he's a higher level than the others. So yeah, level is part of your damage calculations. in addition to, strength and weapon power or spell power. Oops, not item. Dance, Dusk Requiem. So, your attacks will naturally get more powerful as you level up, even though your stats won't change again unless you interact with a certain mechanic from later on. So, Snare, an instant death attack. 120 golds. Cave in. Not my favorite attack, but okay. So Dance is picked for like 4 different attacks. And like each one has a varying chance of happening. Like one has the highest chance of happening, and then each successive one has a lower chance of happening. And I forget what those percentages are, but they're the same for all the dances. And I also forget what the attacks are. So it's looking like that cave-in attack does a percentage of the target's health as damage. And then it inflicts poison or sap, or I think in this game they call it seizure. Alright, so I guess that one is the last one left besides the boss. Hey, you get over here. Oh, you snared the wrong one, Mog. Cuckoo gained a level. Yay. Alright, and now I shall take off all of Mog's equipment, because that stuff is much more powerful than what we have right now. So, let's see here. I can equip a shield on my right hand. Interesting. So this increases my evade percent, but evade is bugged in this game and does nothing. Otherwise, that'd be pretty nice to have a 25% evade. Magic evade serves the purpose of both. This, like many other bugs, was fixed in the advanced release. Wow. Okay, so steel. Couldn't steal. Oh. If I brought Mog to this fight, he could potentially kill the boss in one hit with a snare. Anyway, the boss has a weapon that I want. Yes! Mithril knife. Okay, looks like that character got stopped and will be unable to do anything for a bit. But I can change my weapon. Look, they highlight in yellow the weapons that you can equip. That's so nice. Alright, now to go after the other enemies. That boss gets an attack that does like 100 or so damage if you kill all the minions first. I think it's an interesting tactical choice. If only I knew about it in advance. And he loses net if, Thanks, Moogles! We're in your debt! He loses net if you eliminate all the minions. I think this switch will... Eh? You back with us now? You saved me? Savior, thanks for the Moogles. I can't remember anything, past or present. You have amnesia? A man said my memory would come back. Give it time. You're safe with me. I give you my word. I won't leave you until your memory returns. By the way, this secret entrance might be useful someday. Don't forget about it. So yeah, subtle foreshadowing there. Now here's the training hall. This is a classroom for the beginner. Here we answer your questions about the world. Think of us as your advisors. I'm not going to read all the text here. I'm just going to steal the things that they have. And then I'm going to get out onto the map and then we can call it for the day. Let's see here. Tincture. Monster in a box. I like how they instruct you in the use of monsters in boxes. Yay. And there's no reward for that one. Most monsters in boxes have really nice rewards, but not that one. Let's see. Battle tactics. Do you have something to say? Okay. That explanation isn't very good. Damage is more severe if you get hit in the back. For example, in a pincer attack, you can be facing left or right and there can be enemies behind you who can hit you for extra damage. When you're running, you'll also be exposing your back. Alright. And that's it for today. Join me next time when I head to Figaro. I will see you then. Oh, hold on. Let's see here. How do I save a state? Okay. Save. Okay. Join me next time when I head south to Figaro. I'll see you then.